Okay, in this week's lifting video, we're going to talk about how to do the hang clean. What's up guys, my name is John Bowman. I'm a professional discus thrower. Throwing far is my passion, and it is important that we do lifts and exercises that translate to farther throws. And one of my favorites is hang clean. So hang clean fits what I would call the Olympic lifting category. And it's something that I have used as part of my training from as long as I can remember. So hang clean is a triple extension lift, which just means you're using multiple major muscle groups to do this. And that transfers over to throwing very well, since throwing itself is a triple extension movement, which just means power is going from your feet, through your legs, torso, and then out your hand. Quick recap of the technique. It's a relatively simple exercise, but it is something you want to pay attention to your technique. So you want a medium grip, which just means just a little bit wider than shoulder's width. And then, as the name suggests, you start in the hang position. So this is the start position when you do the hang clean. The other piece I'll say is you want to make sure that with your arms, you have your shoulders back, kind of like you're pinching your back together. So not up here like this, but again, move your shoulders back. So what you're doing there, in any Olympic movement, really any movement where the bar is in our hands and we're holding it, we need to have a strong, secure, and straight back. If our back is straight, then our back is safe. I always like to say that, because we want to get away from anything where we're moving with our shoulders are hunched over. So when we hold the bar in our hands, we cinch our shoulders back, we arch our back, and that is a locked in position. So through the whole movement, that's how our back keeps us safe. So get our hand position a little bit wider than shoulders width. You are going to hold back, and all you're doing in the hang clean is you're bringing the bar down, and then you're jumping with it, you're causing the bar to float, and then you catch it. Boom. So that is a hang clean. Boom. So you can see here, from this position to this position is our greatest power producer. That means our legs, our knees are straining, our hips are coming through just like you would in a jump. From there, from this point, then we shrug our shoulders up a little bit. So it's extend, then the bar floats, and we catch it. Do that again. Boom. So you can see here that I'm catching it in the front squat position. And this is just how you do that. Some people can't get in this position, and if that's you, then you can still do this motion, but you do what's called a high pull. So rather than catching it, everything's the same, just up and then back down. Again, what's important is we want to do this lift in a way that helps our throw, that makes us throw farther. So if you can't do the catch, the catching isn't really the part that helps us throw farther. It's just a part of the lift. What makes us throw farther is this aggressive movement here. That's our power producer, so you can do that. It doesn't matter. I would say if you can catch it, then you should, and then save a high pull for a specific training or another variation later. When you're doing the hang clean, you want to do 5 reps or less. Really, even 5 is quite a bit. I like to stay between 2, 3, and 4 when you're doing these, and do as many sets, 4 sets, 5 sets, 6 sets, maybe 7 sets. You may do 7 sets of 2, or 6 sets of 3, or 5 sets of 4, something like that. You can see I'm breathing a little bit hard. This isn't even heavy weight. It just uses so many large muscle groups. It requires so much energy. Really, once you get past 4 or 5 reps, your productivity really starts to go down. It's not as productive. So that's the hang clean. Again, a little bit wider than shoulders grip with the hands. You want to lock those shoulders back. You want to bring the bar just past your knees. You extend, then you catch. One way to train this, say you're new and you need some help practicing, or you're coaching a group of kids, the way I find that it's difficult for people to figure out what it feels like to make the bar float. That's a foreign concept, and you've got to train that. So the first way to train that is you have the bar in your hands. You could do this with a PVC pipe or a broomstick or an empty bar, but simply you do this first movement and you jump with the bar. You try to jump straight up. And then from there, you jump. Once they can figure that out, let the bar float a little bit. Just like help them understand that the jumping motion causes the bar to float. And then from there, you can go even higher, and then eventually learn how to catch it. When it comes to how much weight to do, you want to stay in the good technical range. So it's possible to add a bunch of weight on here, but then the shoulders start to roll over. You want to do as much weight as you can, but still have good technique. So if you are adding in weight, but you notice that as you pull up, you're arching your back, or you're catching it all floppy, go back down and wait. Do it perfect. What's important here is that you do the triple extension so that it transfers to the discus or the shot put really well. This is a lift where you can do singles and you can do max outs on, but I would preserve that toward after you understand it. Obviously, it's a multi-movement lift, so there's some risk involved, and take your time learning it. If you do, it will treat you well. It'll make you strong and powerful. So thanks for watching today's video. Remember, if you're serious about throwing far, check out my online discus and shot put course. It's fantastic. I have a lot of people in it. We've had great reviews. If you want to learn more about it, there is a link in the description of this video, and where you can read about it. Anyways, you guys are doing great, and I'll see you on the next video.